Okay, so today we're going to be setting up a cloud-based SQL database via Microsoft Azure. You can sign up for Microsoft Azure. Just go to azure.microsoft.com. You can sign up for a free account there. Once you've done that, go ahead and enter the program. Press on Microsoft Azure, the logo up here, and you're going to get this screen here. And this is basically the main screen where you can access everything. You can create a resource, database, and press on SQL database. This will allow you to create a server and a database that you can access in the cloud. Let's see here. Okay, right now I have a free trial on this account. Everyone, I think, gets it when you sign up for free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're doing this as a hobby, very small business, I don't think they're going to charge you anything for it. Otherwise, if you start using a lot more bandwidth and stuff like that, they're going to start charging you a little bit. But it's still very cheap. I mean, we're talking about maybe 10-15 bucks a month or something like that. Anyway, on the resource, go ahead and create a new resource. Let's go ahead and call it test resource. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that worked. Database. Let's call it test db1. You can call it whatever you want, but create a new server, and we'll go ahead and call this test db1 srv. Now on the passwords, they don't like admin, administrator, root, and stuff like that. If you write admin, you'll get a list here. Admin, administrator, SA, root, DB manager, they don't like stuff like that. So let's go ahead and change that to admin DB root, just to mess with them. Password, just enter a password that you remember. Let's see, like so, and click on OK. You can go through these items if you want to add them to your system later on. But you can just hover over here and you can see what they are. Press on review and create. It's going to bring you to this screen where you can check everything here. It says estimated cost of $15. I've had it for years. I've never been charged once for it because you get a credit, a $200 credit, which lasts forever. Let's see, everything looks good there. Press on create. Now it's going to take a little bit of a time to create the database, maybe about 4 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. Sometimes it's much faster. Mine usually takes a little bit longer. I'm not on a gigabit internet or anything like that, so I got a little bit slower internet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. You're going to get a button that comes up here, take me to the resources, but I'll go ahead and pause it right now. Once it's loaded up and gets you to the resource button, I'll come back and I'll continue from there. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, this one here, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, go ahead and download that one. You're going to be able to run that locally on your system. It's free, but you can access the cloud database, which is pretty awesome. So you can do all the changes and everything in that. Very easy to work with. Let's see. So it's coming up here. It's still in work in progress. So it's still working a little bit here. It's not 100% ready, but it should be done here very shortly. And once it's done, we'll go back in there and have a look. Let me go ahead and start up SQL Server meanwhile. Get that up and running. There we go. Go to resource button came up there. Let's see. Go ahead and press this go to resource button. It's going to bring you to your system here. Your server name that you're going to be accessing it through the SQL Manager is here. Test db1 srv.database.windows.net. Go ahead and press this little button here, which is a copy. Go over to set server firewall. You're going to have to replace or change this. Right now we're just going to do a allow all on this one. 0000 and subnet and IP. Okay, go ahead and save that. Allow all. Successfully saved. Okay. And yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and go back there. Go to resource. Okay, so if you haven't copied this already, go ahead and copy that. Let's go over here. Paste, or actually I'll show you from the start. You go to File, you go to Connect Object Explorer, server name, choose database engine, server name, paste. You might have to choose SQL Server Authentication if it was set up to Windows or anything like that. So SQL Server Authentication, admin db root, and your password, root. Alright, so database engine, the server name, SQL Server Authentication, the login that you set up, and the password, and press on connect. Now if you get a error message that you can't connect and gives you a lot of IP information and stuff like that, that's because you haven't set up the firewall. Alright, so we are now connected to the database, test db1. You can open this one up, and this is all from the cloud, which is pretty awesome. And what was it, like 5-6 minutes, 7 minutes? Not longer than that. Let's see, new table. And you can have multiple databases, as many as you like. Let's go ahead and put an ID on this one. It's going to be a little bit slow when you're working towards the cloud. It's not like instant, like if you have a local database and working locally with this program. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do first name. Varchar 50, that's fine. Last name Varchar 50. Alright, let's go ahead and save that. We'll call that person. Save that. Okay, and you're all set. You have your little database on the cloud. You've put a table or whatever you want to put on there. In the next video, what I'm going to do is we're going to make a Windows Forms program in C#, and we'll go ahead and hook up the connection, because you have a connection string here, and this is what you use. You can choose ADO, JDBC, ODBC, however you want to connect to it, whatever program you use or programming language. We're going to be using this one here, a connection string, and it's very, very easy to set up, especially in C#. I know C#, I don't know much of anything else like Go. I've never worked with that before. So we're going to make a little Windows Forms program in C# where we can access this database. And it's going to be pretty much the same time frame as this one. It's very, very easy to set up. It's not hard at all. Alright, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.